Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Blue Accountability Audit. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and comment as it helps the channel out a lot. Today's video is brought to us by News Now OKC. Be sure to check them out as their channel will be linked down in the description. Today's video is where News Now OKC conducted his Second Amendment audit in a park and was then approached by Edmond Police Department. Let's see what happens and I'll be back for further commentary.
My license is displayed by my pistol.
Okay.
That's
fine.
The
Keep your hands up. I'm gonna wait till I get some more units up here.
the shouldered weapon here is a pistol.
Okay.
So,
Well, we get a call about a rifle, so
Yep.
obviously that's not an open carry ability.
yep, a rifle is not, but a pistol is, and this is a
That
pistol.
is correct, but I don't have any. I got to confirm that.
You got to confirm it, yes. So
All
you
right.
will.
Are you videotaping and doing
Yes.
this just to see what type of rise you get out of people when they call?
Yeah, this is a Second Amendment audit. We're going to see if you guys respect the Second Amendment and how you respond to someone carrying a pistol.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you causing panic. Can you turn around?
Yes.
Thank you.
So it's got less than a 16-inch barrel. It's got the.
Go ahead and take that off of him.
I'm gonna take this off.
Okay. Right here is my permit, which I'll flip it
The
around.
other units can slow down. It's just a guy practicing his Second Amendment.
31 clear by gun and mechanical building CRNA. Head is clear, release in air.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
So explain to me what that
3145,
what
recalling.
rifle that is.
It's a pistol.
Uh-huh.
It is got less than a 16-inch barrel, and with the brace, it is classified as a pistol.
It is classified as a pistol.
Yes,
what
it
kind
is.
is it?
CMMG.
A CMMG?
Yep. 9mm.
You understand what that looks like?
I understand exactly what some people that don't know it could look like or from a distance.
Okay.
But you know, after November 1st, you're going to get a lot of that.
Well,
And we
not
want
with,
to.
not with rifles, but
Yeah,
So
rifle.
do you have a federal tax stamp?
No, there's no need for a federal tax
There's
stamp.
no need.
No, no, sir.
Because
That
it's a
the,
16-inch.
it-
Less than a 16-inch
it
pistol.
is with the brace that hooks to your arm. That is what classifies it as a pistol.
The law News Now OKC is referring to is House Bill 2597, which authorizes state constitutional carry Oklahoma key vote. A smart synopsis of this is a vote to pass a bill that authorizes a state firearm constitutional carry program. Highlights include authorizes the unlicensed or permitless concealed or unconcealed carrying of a loaded or unloaded firearm for individuals 21 years old or for current or former military veterans over the age of 18, but prohibits individuals that have been convicted of any of the following: assault and battery or aggravated assault and battery, domestic abuse, stalking, or violation of a protective order, or illegal drug use or possession. Also prohibits firearms being carried into certain government buildings, parks, and wildlife refuges. Specifics that undocumented immigrants will be prohibited from this constitutional carry provisions, and establishes a $250 fine for violators, and requires that if stopped by law enforcement, individuals under this provision that are transporting a firearm in a motor vehicle must identify and divulge their firearm possession to the officer if asked directly, and establishes a fine not to exceed $100 for violators.
Let's do some Googling.
Weather's not showing anything on TV. I'm watching the Weather Channel radar. It's showing it's not supposed to hit until after, just after 2.
So what's your reason for coming out here to do this in the park with tons of kids playing baseball?
Just
and
look at this. See.
it doesn't make sense to me. I'm just asking you.
Yeah, it's part of it's an education deal. Such as you guys don't know that that's a pistol or rifle. You're having to check it out right
Yeah,
now.
that looks like a rifle to me.
It looks like one.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
In Tulsa, where we've been doing it, we've got it to the point where when people call in, the officers just drive by and they know who we are, and we're on our way. They don't even make contact.
Why?
It's a Second Amendment
you have
audit.
to if it's the barrel's short and length.
And with the foregrip, that makes it a pistol. So,
With the,
yeah, with the grip, the special grip that it has on there.
this one?
Yeah, no, the one that would be at the farthest up highest. the buttstock, what would call a buttstock, that makes it a pistol with a shortened barrel.
Okay.
So if you had a buttstock like yours on there, without the strap, that would make it a rifle. So with the buttstock that I have it on it there, it is designed to be held with one hand.
Oh, because you put it.
Yes. And that makes it a pistol. So we've been through this in Tulsa, and we're making it around to the major cities.
So why don't you do something better instead of showing up at the park with something that looks like a rifle? Do a YouTube educational video and get a lot of people to do it. Go to the news and say, hey, this is a pistol, not a rifle, instead of causing hysteria at a park.
That's what
where
we're hoping to
children
do,
are.
hoping to educate people
And-
through our videos.
You know, like I understand, like you got a Second Amendment, but you got to understand when we get a pistol at a park or a rifle call, we start running code. So now, because of your wanting to do a Second Amendment audit, you put all these other people at risk for us running code to get here.
Well, that's where we're going to try to slow y'all down next time as it happens over and over.
Anytime a civilian doesn't know this and they're calling in a rifle at a park, not for us, we realize that, hey, it might be, or call us, hey, I'm going to be at the park walking around with my rifle or my pistol that looks like a rifle, just to give you a heads up.
Yeah, we could do that in the future.
Yeah.
I believe this is a great learning moment for both the officer and the auditor, as he wishes to inform the public and the police force that he has a Second Amendment right to carry this weapon and that it is not illegal to carry this in a park.
I mean,
Okay.
so let's work with each other so this way we're not doing that, and maybe I'll come up at you a little differently than pointing a rifle at you, right?
I understand,
So
yeah.
this way we have mutual respect, because we're getting shot at like crazy by people we don't know who they are.
Yeah, I understand.
You
I'm
know,
not going to shoot at anyone. I'm going to carry
I
it
know,
lawfully.
But the deal is you make a sudden movement for this, you're probably going to get shot. And I understand you got a GoPro on and that phone right there, but that doesn't show what your hands are doing.
Exactly.
So
I
that's going
understand.
to get you shot, potentially, because you got this on. You know, I want to work with you. So, and I appreciate you completely complied with all of our commands when I gave them to you. You put your hands up to prevent that from happening.
This is the first time this has happened here in this city, so there are going to be
open carry, but we haven't had this rifle-looking pistol.
there are going to be other people doing it, and as time goes on, we've done it in Tulsa, the Gathering Place. Where else?
I think this is
Jinx.
a stretch, though, that you basically get
Yeah.
a modified buttstock that straps in one hand that makes this a pistol with the way this looks. But hey, if what the manufacturer says, if it complies with Oklahoma law, then like, I understand that.
It does. We've checked with everybody before we did this or decided to do it. We've been to Tulsa 3 or 4 times. Oklahoma Second Amendment Association, OK2A. That's who
Listen,
I'm with.
all of us are, I mean, we're all Second Amendment, supporters. So like, Sergeant or Officer Baxley says, let's work together instead of,
No, it's not movable or anything.
It should pull off without the strap on it. I can give it back. Okay.
I'm just gonna put it here behind you.
Okay. Yeah, like that right there. All right. Thank you.
Dude, if you don't mind, we're just gonna FI you, just so if for some reason we find out that this isn't compliant, we would like to talk with you.
Okay.
Will you provide to this officer here?
Yeah, I've committed no violations of the law.
we're
Yeah.
not saying that you have, sir.
I understand. Because if I had, you'd be taking me in right now.
Appreciate you. Yeah, we just want to know if for some reason something happened.
Yeah.
We're going to come back and talk with you about it. And we want
Okay.
to know who we're talking to.
2 years. Have you heard of the Gathering Place in Tulsa? You remember the guy on the first day that opened that open carried and they pushed him out?
Okay.
That was me. And it caused Tulsa to change the way that they have their policies towards the Gathering Place, which is a park. And they tried to say that it's a private park, but it's a city park. So the first day it opened, when I open carried my pistol, about this many officers pushed me out and wouldn't let me come back. And because it got on television and made such notoriety,
We haven't seen it.
yeah,
So,
up there in Tulsa, I was on the news every day, and it called Tulsa to change their policy about enforcing policies when state law is preemptive. Because there's a preemption with the SDA that says that
They had,
municipal.
they had a city rule that said you couldn't carry in a park.
No,
saying?
what it is they allowed a management company to manage their city property, and they said this isn't city property, it's private property when it was city property. So we went up there and we had to prove to them, so I had to go up there and open carry, and make them kick me out, and which caused the city attorneys to review everything. And when they did,
On here good? Chucked up?
yes,
I mean, yeah, especially if you were to give us a heads up.
yeah,
I mean, because you got to understand something, like he was talking about, you know, there's a lot of times we run with lights and sirens going because we don't know what the intent of that person walking through a park is with a rifle.
yes,
We don't know.
yeah, I understand. And part of it is if we do give you heads up, then it doesn't cause the education that we need. Yeah, we need you to know whether we are or not carrying, and come and investigate, and then we see what happens. Because if we ask permission first, it's not
almost
being
counterintuitive though, sir.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you could have officers come up to you just like you had at the gathering place, all right? Instead, you got us talking to you, all right? We understand what you're trying to do, but we all think that we're all educated here. There's a great way of doing it. Work a partnership.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But even if you call us and give us a heads up, we're going to come here and still talk with you to make sure it's you.
Yeah.
But I'm just not going to come flying up here
Yes.
running lights and sirens. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I'm going to respond more reasonably and stuff like that. Then I'm going to say, hey, we're going to have a conversation. I'm going to say,
I mean, you're risking your life.
Well, I've done it a few times before. You ever heard of C.J. Grisham? You ever heard of him down in Texas? They had a city that had an ordinance that you couldn't have a round in a chamber, and that was unconstitutional. So he went and stood on a street corner where we had a situation like this, and they actually came and tackled him, took him to jail, and then they rescinded all the charges because they realized their rule was not constitutional for Texas.
Well, I know you guys want your part to be heard, but you also got to understand where we're coming from too.
Yes.
Okay. In the part where we're running with lights and sirens, we don't know what the intent of that said person is with a rifle. Okay. We have no idea. So
I do understand that.
That's why you have that response, and that's why he's talking about, hey, let's sit down at a table and let's figure this thing out. And
Okay.
Talk to each other. Okay.
All right.
Can I get a good phone number for you?
Definitely not.
Yep. All right, guys. Y'all have a nice day. All right. Bye-bye.
At this point in the video, the cops walked News Now OKC to escort out further incident. If you would like to see the video in its entirety, it will be linked down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think of this video. It has been Blue Accountability Audit, and I'll be back tomorrow for a new video.